And we are live, I believe. And we are live, guys. And we're going to start now with the live stream. We're going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And I have not tried the game. It's something new for me. Let me guys know how the sound is and if I need to change anything, okay? So guys, why don't we begin? Let's go to the game. Now, if somebody is in the chat, can tell me about how the sound is going. And let's start the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
Oh. What the heck? I'm sorry about that, guys. I wanted to watch the intro. Wait, let's start again. No, I want to hear the story. I don't know what happened there.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Is anybody there?
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
If you enjoy that kind of work.
One day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
How is the sound?
Or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
Okay,
but as
thanks.
he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
So, now it's the time to start playing. Okay. So, he told me I have to get out of the office, so let's get out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe. I hate Mondays. Yeah, I know that.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Number one, that. But why Stanley have an office and everybody else is in these small cubicles? Can I open this door? And this one?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But maybe I don't want to go to the left. Let's go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay. All the doors are locked or what?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Why not?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Yeah, they aren't that bad. Actually. This one?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Can I drink a coffee? Nope.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But
Yeah.
when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I'm sure it's going to come more. Wait. No? Okay, come on. Let's go.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
He wanted me that I go there, isn't it? Let's go straight.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Caution. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. Okay. Can I go back? Do not jump from the cargo when it's in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
And who is her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who? I don't like this door. Okay. What?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to. Nope. I'm not going to answer. la, 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 la. Yeah, come on. Yeah, take it. No. What the?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Got it.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I don't know.
Who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Nope.
Sorry,
Yep.
but you're in my story now.
I don't like you anymore.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now
What am I supposed to
he's
do?
coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
But I don't want to press A. Nope. Nope.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And
Yeah,
so
why
he
not?
began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined
Where are
that
the
he
boys?
entered two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
My kill is already sleeping, but okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Yeah, come. Let me
But
go in
there is
another
no
way.
answer. How
what the-
could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. I'm not going to press any buttons. What? I don't know how long I'm going to wait. Should I do it? This is taking way too long. Ah, come on. Either way. Yeah, I pressed your button.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Show me.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What? That's it? I die? Eh? Okay, so we have to start again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, what if we
When
jump?
Stanley came to a set of two open
Let's jump
doors,
first.
he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I want to
Perhaps
jump
he
off the
wanted to
lift.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I want to jump off the lift.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Whee!
But in his defense, to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Yeah.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yeah, what
Good
now?
job,
What
Stanley.
now?
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I know. Come on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Now let's do what
Stanley
he told me.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, come on.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Get Chris out of the broom closet. Person, papers are to. Who move my desk? Okay. I don't see him, nobody here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, come on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go downstairs. Oh, a car. Then I can go home.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His
I don't
boss
open the
would think
door.
he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment
Hi.
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical
The
sense.
creator?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
The creator of what?
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last,
Wait, sorry.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what
Don't
a
worry.
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose
Oh, it's
his
okay.
job.
Don't worry.
He wasn't crazy after all.
So good.
He thought to
Nice to
himself,
see somebody
"I
here in
suppose
chat.
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid."
But why, old man?
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
What the heck?
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head
Well, you was mad.
dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah, for what I see, you're the only one
He knew
there.
for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
It's the same room
So he
over and over
closed his
again.
eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Come on,
He
wake up.
felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Have you tried this game, Josh?
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want
It's messing with my
apartment
head.
and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Nice to see somebody here. And I hope you are enjoying the video.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My
What
name
the
is
heck?
Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Okay. But it's
This
lagging.
is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I am Stanley. I'm not Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on
Oh,
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
I always try to answer everybody.
She knew.
Also in the
Everyone
comments
knows what
on my
crazy
videos.
people look like.
As long as I can, I'm going to do it.
She thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am saying,
What the heck? I just die.
in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
Thanks for the like.
It was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What is this for a game? What the heck I'm playing? Come on.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, let's go to the meeting room. But I don't want to die again. You have to try this game, Josh. It's really good.
When Stanley came to a
For the
set of
moment.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go to the right, but let's go to the other room that was on the left. After. The ones I have not gone.
This was
Still.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Well, you can't.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it but eager to get back to business? Stanley
okay.
took the first open door on his left.
I don't think
So
that this
he
game
detoured
needs
through
too
the
much.
maintenance section, walked straight ahead
But you
to
can
the
watch it
opposite
here.
door and got back on track.
Okay, so I have to... And what if I go here? Oh no! Well, I was thinking I
Stanley didn't
die.
want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left? Are you sure? Yeah, some games they do need a little bit of a better PC.
no.
But oh, what the
No,
heck?
it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why
No.
would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
So you have seen this game already.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I hope you're sure about that. What the heck is this for a company? What the... This is giving me the Matrix vibes.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Nah,
This time,
not again, come on.
suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Okay.
Okay, from the top.
Okay, this time I'm not going to go off track. Let's try it out as he want.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the meeting room.
When Stanley... Wait.
Huh?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game. Completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Are you having
I'm
lag
pretty
because of
sure
the
it's
laptop
here
or
somewhere. Okay then.
because of the
It's
video?
an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Because for me, say that is all good right now. That is excellent conditions, and that I'm not dropping any frames for what I see. So I didn't hear what he said. Where I have to go? Let's go here.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we
Oh.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Yep. I wanted to see what's there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep. Now it's not
Okay,
doors.
Yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, they're not. Oh, yeah, okay. No, it's not multiplayer, it's single player. But it's really messing with my head.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. What? It wasn't here before.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Me neither.
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Yeah, we
You
was.
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
What do you mean with
good job.
other people? Now playing?
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those
I
situations.
think one friend of mine is looking, but he's also at the same
I'm
time
getting
watching
weirded out by
football.
Whatever this place is, I don't care
But
what
I'm not
might
sure.
happen this time. I have to restart.
Come on.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's really difficult to follow a line. You see? It's really difficult to follow a line.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Okay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree
here I came
that
already.
the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
Yeah, the
right?
TM was really funny.
Okay, Now, if my experience of your existence rests
How?
inside of your
I cannot go through the wall.
experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well,
What
I'd like
the
to
heck?
apologize. Not sure where I was going with all
Yeah, I don't know what the
You know
heck is
what?
going on.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What the heck is this? Come on. Way too loud. Okay. I try. Yeah, I don't know what the heck. Come on, guys. He wanted to follow the line. I don't know how, but anyway. This is really weird.
Wait, cut the music.
Oh,
Go back
thanks.
and look at that fern.
Look at what?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Okay.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Will do. Yeah, the music was crazy.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Not even the line know what it is doing. Again here.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through...
I also believe he's lying.
He
He has something really strange going on.
Restart.
Okay, one more. Oh, but this one is not TM. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Nothing
intelligent
good.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, come on. I'm all for it.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
How about Chocolate War? My son will love it. Or at least to get out of... Oh, no.
You
Come on.
again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
There is no line. There is no line. And there is no line.
Ah, a choice. We
Yeah.
get to make
Walking in a
decision.
hallway
From
simulator.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each
Really?
door has to lead somewhere.
Okay.
Which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
If that is what you
corresponds
want.
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
If you open both, yeah. I want here. He don't open it. We have to go right. The confusion. What the heck? And this is everything that I have done. You have been playing the confusing ending for 70 minutes. So this is one ending. Ah. I believe that this is all the options that you can do in the game. For example, deviate from maintenance room, end up in monitor room. I make this already. Operator restarts the game. First restart. Second restart. I make it a restart for restart. 6, 7. Okay. I think this is everything that you can do in the game. But what the...
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to
find the line again.
Start again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
There is no longer an office.
Who consulted
Yeah.
me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
I believe that this is one of the endings.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I'm really confused with the confusing ending.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You
Okay.
know, I suppose in some
Set the
way,
controller
this
aside.
is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always
Don't ask
saying
me,
that
dude.
life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What? Jesus, that scared me. Never mind, yeah. Okay, we start again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that was an ending, or? Oh, now they open.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Yeah, to the right. To the right door I already went 2 times, so let's try the one in the left. I was already 2 times there. Okay, come on. One more.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
This I did it already to stay
Standing
here
now
a
in this
long time.
incredible room, Stanley for the
It's
first
okay, it's okay,
time
don't worry.
understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This yeah, I make it, but I didn't make it all the way. I went only to the bottom on the left side. Let's try now going all the way straight.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Now it's the meeting room, okay.
Yet there was
Yeah,
not
we're
a
back as
single
we
person
went
here
to
either.
the other way,
Feeling
to the
a wave
right
of
door.
disbelief,
Or left-
Stanley
left door.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Come on, let's go to the boss's office. Or... Oh, let's try here. Maybe something here.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, I will do it. Can I take anything? I don't understand the game. Yeah, come on. Come on. Let's go to where he went. I wasn't still there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Shiny. This mirror is broken. I got the feeling money is for stealing, but it's not yours, of course. Extreme bedrooms. What the heck? No, I don't know. No, I just started playing it. Business strategy, really? Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to try it. The boss office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But
Okay.
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. Let's see what happened.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Yeah, a little bit.
This question would not go unanswered.
I used to have that game. Sorry about that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Or should I go to escape? Yeah, I know. Let's do what he say. Come on. Oh, what? Oh no! I think I fall.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
I fall down.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever.
No, it's a bug.
Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more.
Yeah.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem
Well,
like we
I just
really
got one
cover every
ending.
nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this.
Come on, no more
You won't
music.
hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Thank you.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Okay.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. Used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything.
Maybe somebody stopped by and drop a like.
Good job, you did it. Good
Some of
job,
my family, from friends, I don't know.
good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good
And not everybody like to write in chat, so
job, you did
have
it.
no idea.
Good job, you did it. Good job.
You did it. Good job. You did it. This song was better as the other one. Come on. I really want to know when the ending is. But right now, Josh and everybody, somebody else is looking. Yep, I don't know. We are going to take a small break and I will come back in a couple of minutes. Is that okay? So something like 5 minutes and I will be back, okay? See you in a couple. Okay. Music. And we're back. So, thanks for waiting. And let's go back into the game. Where's the button? Here. Come on.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay. That was different. I have also tried Roblox a couple of times, but I haven't played too much.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Come on, this time I'm going to try not to fall.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I know.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
What the-
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He closed it. He closed the broom closet, so I don't go inside. Come on.
Coming to a staircase,
Maybe.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
Or maybe
boss's
the bad
office.
ending. I know that if I go downstairs, I die. I make it already. What was the code?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
No, come on.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or shall I go to escape? It's tempting. No? Okay, come. So, let's turn on the light.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, come on, let's try to find out. No, I'm not going to fall this time.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What was the number of Stanley? 427, I believe.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Can be.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
You want me to turn this off? What do you say? Off or on? He wanted off. Let's set it off. Now what?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I don't think so.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I don't really think that this is the end.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation. the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Oh yeah, this is beat the game. I just got the achievement right there in the corner. Let's try this time to turn it on. But yeah, 427 is Stanley office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
Still
to
room
go
closet
up to
closed.
his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill
So that was
some
not
things.
the ending. Every time I'm loving this game more and more.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, come on. Let's turn it on.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Where is
Each bore the
427?
number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
Where are the buttons?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yes, I'm going to set them on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't
But the-
just activate the controls, did you?
Yep.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh, how
long
nice.
until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now.
I have
Shape it
to
your heart's
enter a
desires.
code.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy
One.
it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from
What
you
I have to
is
do?
rich. I almost
4
hate
to
say
5?
Go. But I'm sure
4 to
whatever
7
you
is
come up with on the
his.
next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this
Research.
so much.
Where are the numbers?
You know what? To hell with it.
2,
I'm
1.
going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Where is the
not?
4?
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh,
Yeah, but I don't know where the numbers
now,
are.
Stanley.
Here's the
Is it that
3.
you have no idea where you're going or
There's
what
the
you're
5.
supposed to be doing right now?
Exactly.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on
Maybe here?
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this
4.
big red button, or this door. Everything.
But I don't think there is a
something here
7.
will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Here's a door
You're only
open.
still playing instead
Ah!
of watching a cutscene because I want to watch
Come
you
on.
for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to
There is no
destroy it
7.
first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you
I don't know what I
end
have
this
to do.
with your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
Yeah, there is no 7. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I guess I'm dead.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This time, let's
Stanley
try to go
decided
to the
meeting room. Perhaps he had
exit.
simply missed a memo.
new content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Content.
I don't trust this game at all.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. I wanted to try the other door. The escape door. Anyway.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Really? Okay. You can't jump. This don't let me jump anymore. What is this? Really? Yeah, so random.
Is that it?
That is the new content?
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Nah.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it?
Really?
You've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of
FIFA.
craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
Yeah, why
and we'll
not?
try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Yeah, come on. It's not that I have a choice. What? What?
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. I went already. Sorry. I read it a little bit too late.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special
Whoa.
and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Elden Ring?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Are you kidding me?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That is the box of Encarta, I believe. Okay. Good times. Okay. What the heck is this?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It
Yeah,
was
of
all
course.
of them. And now
Of course.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah, this is the new content? Really? To speak good about the game?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
Really?
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Yeah, then let me go and play again. Not show me all of this. Come on. Remove the boxes.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Oh.
What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Where I got this
haven't looked
game.
at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even
Look how
imagine
many.
where I'd have the room to stick them.
Not recommended.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Noodle chef.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Yeah, almost.
Like a failure.
In a little we'll go, and maybe next Saturday we can go on.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable.
Maybe,
is
I
as
don't know,
quite as
like
sterling as
20
I've
minutes
always
more or
remembered.
something like that. But when you want to go, you can go, eh? It's not a problem. I just want to see where this take me, and I really want to see where this take me.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations.
Yeah,
of what's
sometimes,
happening.
yeah.
I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had...
You killed me already like 3 times, dude. Now I don't let you talk. You done? Hello? Okay. What the... I don't like this sound. Come on, let me skip.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They
I find it
screamed,
funny.
They gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Hello.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Come on. You want to see the end of this ending? Yeah. Right now it's annoying a little bit. Come on. Come on, I want to play the game from the beginning again, not here skipping all the time. I can't. I cannot get out of here. What the heck? Now I can get out. What the... Okay. What? Where am I supposed to go here? Wait, maybe I can skip again. Nope. Ah. We are finally at the office again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Perfect.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So this stream, I'm not going to make it too long, guys. Thanks for watching. Josh, I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to stop for today. Maybe next Saturday we can make it again. If you want, you know where to find me, okay? Thank you very much for watching and join me in this stream. I really have fun. Yeah, maybe another week I can try it. I have, like I said before, I have not played too much. I have tried a couple of times, but I have not played, but why not? We can try it one time in the stream. So, thank you very much for watching. Again, I really enjoyed the time. Thanks for your comments. And that is pretty much it. We see us then next Saturday, okay? Well, goodbye.